As you know, if you're watching this program, anti-Trump staffer Peter Strzok testified before Congress. Listen to some fireworks between Congressman Louis Gohmert and Peter Strzok. Roll tape.
I've talked to FBI agents around the country. You've embarrassed them. You've embarrassed yourself. And I can't help but wonder, when I see you looking there with a little smirk, how many times did you look so innocent into your wife's eye and lie to her about Lisa?
Mr. Chairman, this is outrageous.
The credibility of a witness is always an issue.
Mr. Chairman, please.
Have you Mr. Chairman, this is intolerable harassment of the witness.
What's wrong with that? You need your medication.
I have always told the truth. The fact that you would accuse me otherwise, the fact that you would question whether or not that was the sort of look I would engage with in a family member who I have acknowledged hurting, goes more to a discussion about your character and what you stand for and what is going inside you.
It's to your credibility, and while you lost your credibility.
Both individuals.
You've lost your credibility.
All right, joining us now, Congressman Louis Gohmert, Republican from Texas. Congressman, a lot of people are saying that you went too far. You went to his personal life. You kicked him when he was down. Your response?
The response is credibility is always material and it's always relevant, even in a court of law where we're careful what we allow jurors to hear. The relevance is not the infidelity. The relevance is the material lying. And there was no bigger lie told in that whole hearing than Peter Strzok saying, I have always told the truth. Yeah, garbage. But my regret is that because people focused on what a liar he was, or my calling him out for the serial lying, but the big story, Stuart, is the 30,000 emails that went through the Hillary Clinton unauthorized, unsecured private server that the intelligence community inspector general and his investigator, Frank Rucker, found had an anomaly on there. They were instructions on every email that came in or went out to go to a different address that belonged to a foreign entity that was not Russia. And the fact that that little weasel would sit there and say, well, I remember Frank talking to me a couple of times, and he doesn't admit hearing that our security was at risk with 30,000 emails going to a foreign hostile power, and he did nothing about it. My gosh, you talk about bias affecting his work. That's just pure evidence of exactly that. So it was all material, all relevant, and all related to what a liar that man is.
Congressman, Strzok's lover and former FBI agent Lisa Page. Now, she testifies now behind closed doors this afternoon. You are going to be in the room.
Yes.
I don't know whether you're in a position to ask questions or not, but you're going to be in that room with her.
Well, I hope so.
Will you ask her a similar personal question that you asked Peter Strzok?
I don't have any reason to ask that right now because I don't see evidence yet of her lying to the extent that Peter Strzok did repeatedly.
What will you ask her?
So until the credibility is an issue, then that's not relevant. I mean, fidelity is important when it comes to security clearances, but on the issue of testimony, that's not the most relevant. So it depends on what she has to say.
What will you ask her?
Stuart, I'm an old-time trial lawyer before I was a judge and Chief Justice, and you never telegraph the questions you're going to ask. But thanks for asking.
Okay, I guess we're not going to pursue that much further. But now, she's behind closed doors today. Is there a possibility that at some point in the future she'll be in front of the cameras like Peter Strzok was yesterday?
I would hope so. And it largely depends on what she says. If she comes in contrite and it's obvious she's telling the truth and there's really not much to get there, then that's one thing. But if she comes in with that smug smirk lying all the way through the testimony, then we need to get her out where people can see what a liar she is. It depends on her.
I got to go, Louis.
Really
I've got a hard break coming up. But look, thanks very much for being with us again. Louis Gohmert, Republican.
Love being with you, Stuart. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.